Hey, it's JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It's March 6th, 2026, looking out at peak 9105 off the shoulder there of Fox Peak in the Smoky Mountains. Been looking pretty low light these days and lots of crust to evade out there. If you're still enjoying this broadcast, we ask you to do a one-time donation or even better, sign up for that monthly sustaining membership. Friday and Saturday looking pretty similar. Pockets of sunshine with clouds mixing in. Each day is going to be getting progressively warmer into Sunday, and Sunday is going to be the clearest day of the weekend. Looking at the infrared this morning, you can see this stream of moisture that's kind of rocking right over our head. So we're kind of in a broad ridge right now, mostly in northern flow. A little bit of moisture working its way over that ridge into our area over the next couple of days. And that's why we're going to see mostly, or some clouds coming through. I shouldn't say mostly cloudy. But you can see pretty big pocket of low-hanging clouds here this morning with the satellite. That's a light blue on the satellite reel, and then some clouds mixing in throughout the day. Just wanted to show there's not really any moisture that's going to be happening today, but I just want to show that with this northerly flow, there is moisture around us. It just doesn't really seem to want to work its way down over this ridge. So it's going to pretty much just stay to the north of us for the next pretty much until Tuesday. All right, looking at the highs in the valleys, we're starting out today in the mid 40s, tomorrow upper 40s, and then Sunday topping out around 55. So it's going to be really warm and nice weather. And then we start dipping down. It's going to be a roller coaster ride of temperatures over the next 6 or 7 days. And just the highlight again, really not much moisture happening over the next till Tuesday, but we will have some chance of light snow flurries over Saturday in the northern parts of the Sawtooth. This northwest flow always favors the Sawtooth more than the South Valley. We do have a slight risk of heavy snow for the 13th to 15th time frame. And looking at long term, it's going to be above normal for precip, just above normal there, just pretty close to near normal almost. Looking at, let's play this back at the GFS. Put this in motion. So you got that big area of high pressure over the Pacific coast. That's going to elongate a little bit more, put us in that northerly flow for the next couple of days before that ridge flattens out a little bit and it almost becomes zonal, that being like almost directly west to east. But most of the time we're going to be staying in this northerly flow with this closed low down in kind of the Baja area. And that northerly flow will kind of come down in the southern Idaho and then dip back up into the panhandle over the next week. So chances kind of are here and there with how much snow we get. But as this low creeps down the coastline of Alaska, we have a pretty big pressure difference here. So the winds are going to, whenever there's cold air riding on warm air, that makes quite a bit difference in the pressure, and that changes the winds quite a bit. You have pretty strong winds when that happens. So it's going to get pretty windy at the end of next week, and it's also going to be getting pretty snowy as well. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more on this. So as we play this out into Tuesday, Wednesday, you can start to see some of the northern Smokies, southern Sawtooth, starting to get impacted with snow a little bit into Thursday. Thursday, Friday is when it starts to ramp up a little bit. You can see it's getting more into the 1 foot range of how much snow we're going to get. And white clouds are going to do fairly well out of this northerly flow too. And it's kind of going really into the long term forecast, the future cast here, the crystal ball, if you will. We're going to be looking like just over a foot in the Sawtooth Crest. So that's quite a bit of future forecasting with not a lot of snow with that, but it is going to be slightly above normal, and any moisture is good moisture. You can see in this graphic, this is how much rain or how much water we're going to get out of it. And the northern panhandle is just getting super saturated. And this is kind of played out the whole through the whole forecast period for the GFS and Euro. But you can see some zones north of us picking up to 5 inches of moisture, which is pretty crazy. We're going to be in the more around the 1 inch range. So looking at Williams, you can see it's going to really start ramping up Tuesday evening and just kind of keep snowing steadily. I'm not really sure what's going on with how much precip we're getting out of this. This is, if you did the ratios, this is like 3%. This graphic in the green, something's not right about it. So hopefully we are forecast to get this much amount of snow. I don't know how much moisture content is going to be with that, but it's looking like it's going to be a snowy week, that being next week, for in the Sawtooth.